When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.
Crime Fighter, the searchlight on crime and criminality. Special focus.
In December 2013, a shocking and gruesome video went viral online. It showed two women being sexually assaulted and cruelly violated. The victims were tortured into making confessional statements, indicting themselves for stealing pepper at the market. While we're in possession of this horrific video, it is a clip too graphic and disturbing to show on the program. But the chilling cries of the women says it all, as the perpetrators pour grinded pepper into their eyes and repeatedly ingest same substance into their gender regions. One of the victims, Juliana, is now dead. But her spirit cries for justice, and so do many Nigerians. After the video popped up online, the police in Lagos began its own discreet investigations without the knowledge of the public. Consequently, arrests were made. Today on Crime Fighters, we review developments on this horrific incident that cruelly echoes other instances of jungle justice that have occurred in recent times. We bring you the various perspectives and what progress the police have made in its investigations.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
Varying accounts initially circulated about what happened, when it occurred, and who were the victims of this barbaric act. But today, the facts have finally emerged.
When I gathered, this incident took place in the central market in EJIGBO in February 2013. The pepper sellers normally leave their goods in their stores. They returned the next day to discover that their goods were being stolen. They reported this to the vigilante they are hired to secure the market. About 6 a.m., the two women were allegedly caught stealing pepper. They were a wife and a stepdaughter. They lived near the market with their husband. The husband is said to be a white tapper. After the barbaric torture, both confessed to stealing the pepper and were let go. However, a few members of the vigilante feared that the case might spread and informed the leadership of the vigilante group. Those involved were allegedly penalized and began disbanded. The scene was then converted to short and rented out. I've reviewed this with the DPO, and both of us are bothered by the impact of the time lag of over 9 months on our investigation. This may also explain the initial denials by the stakeholders.
Around December 11, 1 a.m., I just saw my email, a link that was sent to me. Viewing it, it was barbaric, bestial, and gruesome assaults on 2 women by some beasts on 2 legs. While viewing it, it kept reoccurring. The person was speaking in Yoruba, in EJIGBO, near EJIGBO. And I was wondering, EJIGBO, where would this have taken place? The torture was already on while the recording took place. Since the recording, he was already naked, and they were beating her. And I saw them missing some substance, and we could hear from them dry pepper with gin, and they were mixing the thing together. So the senior one was being beaten, and they were telling her in Yoruba that she should open her legs. And when she did that, you could see they poured that substance, pepper with gin that they had mixed inside her. And while the woman was screaming, some other men were running around bringing stick to push the pepper inside. And you could see the woman running and screaming. And after that, they would retreat again. And they repeated the thing. And I looked at my time, and the thing was like 8 minutes. And after viewing this thing, I was almost running mad. I became so restless, and I called somebody and I said, I'm going for a book launch tomorrow. Please help me view this thing and help me come and play it there. So that was how it started. And since then, sleep was murdered. I could no longer sleep. And I just said, it's December 11. There's no way I can have Merry Christmas. There's no way anybody can tell me Happy New Year, except these perpetrators apprehended. And that was how I started. And then I went for the book launch. People viewed it. By the time they were viewing it at that book launch, people were sobbing. It's unimaginable. Even if it was movie magic, even if it was a Nollywood thing, but this was real thing. And how to explain that this thing did happen, and I saw it. And then we decided, Women Arise, that we should print leaflets. We should translate it into local dialects.
The third victim is the mother of the little girl, Adenike. Upon learning that her daughters were being held by the vigilante group, she went to appeal for their release, only to be detained, accused, and also victimized.
Mo ṣe débẹ̀ báyìí gan pàápàá sẹ́ wọ́n jẹ́ kí n ṣe nǹkan kan rárá. Ẹ̀yìn náà wá ní kí n jókòó, náà wá mú ata, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dà sí mi lójú, wọ́n ní kẹ́ẹ̀dì mi sí wọ́n wá mú ẹsẹ̀ mi, wọ́n fà sókè wọ́n ń da ata yẹn sí mi ní ojú ara.
After the crime, the victims relocated from the community, completely traumatized. However, the identities of the evil people behind the dastardly act is not hidden. The victims identified their tormentors in the torture incident, which included Baba Oja, or market leader.
The second that beat my sister, they're calling Abolore. Then the one that beat my sister again, Baba Oja.
Perhaps the perpetrators filmed their acts of criminality on their mobile phones for the purposes of amusing themselves. But uploading the clip online revealed a damning crime that shocked the nation. It has also made available a crucial piece of evidence that spurred the hunt.
Just as any other ordinary person like us would have had it. The command PRO saw it on YouTube and brought it to my attention, and immediately we started trying to locate the scene first before we go further. We were able to realize that the thing happened around EJIGBO in Lagos State, and the DPO then who was there was immediately called upon. And we asked questions whether those things actually happened, and if they happened in his area of jurisdiction or his area of responsibility, whether it was brought to his notice, and if it was brought to his notice, what actions he has taken. And just like another person, as expected, the DPO said no, that the thing was never reported to him. That when he got to see it on the net, just like another person, he tried to make inquiries as to who are involved in it. And it was at that point that we called him to this headquarters, where I specifically directed that a team be raised of people, to my judgment, that are properly informed to have taken that type of matters up. And we raised a team, made, I think, about 3 or 4 arrests, and the Inspector General of Police Directive came. That matter be handed over to a more experienced outfit at the force headquarters level, force CID level.
Justice came too late for Juliana, one of the victims. She was said to have died a month after the incident. Unfortunately, the indigent family could barely afford a coffin for her burial. She was laid to rest without one. But the human rights community has also picked up the fight for justice.
I wore a different cloth with some of my staff and officers, and we moved to EJIGBO. We started asking, when did this thing happen? What will it be like? But we just saw that people kept criminal silence, and a lot of them looked the other way. They said nothing like that happened. When we did that for 4 days and there was no result, I then posted on my Facebook that this incident, posted the YouTube, the link, that people should view it, and anybody that has information should let us know. After that, 22nd, we called meeting, and I said we must go on protest, saying justice for EJIGBO too.
Our crew went to EJIGBO market to dig further and feel the pulse of the community. But it seemed a code of silence is in place.
I don't hear anything. I don't know that person.
I don't know. I was not around.
And many in the market were unwilling to talk.
This is the scene of the crime and the place where the alleged touts that perpetrated the evil crime actually stays. This is like their office, and as you can see, the whole place is sealed up to ward off every security threat. But the police raided this place and they were able to break in through the window. As you see, we're going to see some of their charms and some of the backside of the building and see what they are actually up to. And this is actually the scene of the crime, where the alleged OPC members carried out the crime. The girls were tortured here. As you can see, the wreckages. The police actually did some jobs here trying to break in and fish out the perpetrators. You can see some of their belongings here. The place is actually deserted at the moment.
But after much digging, we got a representative of the community leader to comment on the case.
We in the palace, we don't know anything about this matter. Talk less of Kabiyesi. They are hiding the secret more than a year. Then policeman who called ASP Adeolu is the one who brought the camera to Kabiyesi in the palace and tell the Kabiyesi this is what is happened. Immediately Kabiyesi see what is happened. Kabiyesi was called me, then I called some chiefs to see what is happening in the market that he was not told. Then he called Iyoja, Baba Oja, and a representative that what is happened there was denied that the incident is not in the market. Then Kabiyesi set up of the inquiry that I should go back to the market to go and handle the market. I should watch whatever is happened. Whoever I hear information about it, I should hand over that person to the police. When all this thing was happening, Kabiyesi was sad because he had full-man feeling. Then what is happening, all those people that was adding this secret until we get that this thing was happening inside the market. Immediately Kabiyesi tell the Lagos State government, Lagos State inquiry that you should hand over them to the police. When we come, if you not sleep about 2 days before we try to get 9 of them, then they hand them over to the police.
Intervention of the human rights activist was quickly followed by the involvement of the Lagos State House of Assembly, where a committee was set up to investigate the matter. The committee offered financial reward for information leading to the arrest of suspects, and a public hearing was held on the matter. Will justice ever be served? We sought to know what the Lagos State Ministry of Justice has done on the matter.
Well, it's a most unfortunate incident that should never happen in any civilized society. A group of people taking it upon themselves to not only apprehend a criminal. It's okay to apprehend somebody that may have committed an offense, but to seek to try that person, to find her guilty and to torture her in the manner that we saw in the video, I think is a most dastardly act. I cannot find words enough to condemn it. And that is why we, as soon as efforts were made to trace the culprits, especially by members of our House of Assembly, they sought cooperation in the matter. The Office of the Public Defender had been working with them, and that led to the temporary closure of the market, and subsequently the accused persons were actually apprehended. Through that effort, we have also traced the family. The family had to leave their former residence for fear of further attack and in consequence of the trauma which they went through during that episode. And unfortunately, we learned that one of the ladies died, the elder one that was particularly tortured by these men. So, as I said, it's a very, very cruel act. Even animals should never be treated in that way, and we mustn't allow it to happen in our society. As a result, we are taking steps. Currently, even the Inspector General of the police had intervened in the matter, had directed that the Special Anti-Robbery Squad should handle it, and they are handling it. We are expecting the report of that investigation. We stand ready to prosecute the accused persons as soon as the reports reach us. In the meantime, that family is being kept in safe custody. They've been relocated. They are being kept safe so that they do not have the fear of any further attack or the fear of being dissuaded from giving evidence in this matter.
Following the outcry by members of the public, the Inspector General of Police, in his characteristic, proactive and professional manner, directed that the case be moved from the hard-working operatives of the Lagos State Command to a more specialized unit at the Force Criminal Investigation Department to facilitate a quicker resolution.
I can indeed confirm to you that by the directive of the Inspector General of Police, this squad has taken over the matter, and investigation is on. Some progress have actually been made. Very soon we will be ready, and at the IG's discretion, the public will be informed of the result of our investigation.
No one can truly assess the damage this incident and the video recording has done to the image of Nigeria across the globe. But it is heartwarming that the police have risen to the challenge and without any prodding took it upon themselves to investigate the crime. For the victims and their families, the incident has been most traumatic. Lives have been lost and destroyed. However, as society, we must strive to remedy the situation and ensure that justice is done. At Crime Fighters, we say justice must be done for Juliana. Bringing the offenders to book will serve as a deterrent to those who believe that jungle justice is the only way to secure justice and restitution.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness. Police Brief.
Welcome to Crime Fighters Police Brief. These are the headlines. Lagos State Police Command highlights achievements for 2013. Police mops up harms ahead of 2015 polls. Details in a moment.
Police Brief.
The Commissioner of Police Lagos State Command, Umar Manko, has called for a review of Nigeria's criminal justice system to guarantee speedy and fair dispensation of justice to all concerned. He stated this on Tuesday while speaking on the achievements and challenges of the command in 2013. CP Manko expressed concern at the rate at which suspects apprehended by police slip through the judicial system. Highlighting the crime data from last year, CP Manko noted that 111 murder cases were recorded in 2013 as against the figure of 106 recorded in 2012. It revealed that 472 suspected armed robbers were arrested, while 146 were killed during exchange of gunfire with the police. The commissioner said the command lost 39 police personnel within the same period. In a related development, the Lagos State Command on Thursday paraded 4 suspected armed robbers alleged to be members of a gang that specialized in bank robbery. Commissioner of Police Umar Manko said the suspects had attacked a bank at Ayobo near Lagos, killing 3 policemen. The suspects include Jonathan Inserim, 36, Tajuddin Dusumu, 65, Pastor Isaiah Willie, 40, and Tahiru Karim, 40, a welder. CP Manko said the operatives of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, acting on a tip-off, accosted the gang at Ilasamaja. Manko said further investigation led to the arrest of other suspects. Items recovered from the suspects include 12 AK-47 rifles, 2 K2 rifle, 1 pump-action gun, 1 police walkie-talkie, 1 hammer, 1 cutter, 8 gas cylinders, bank ATM destroyed by the robbers. The suspects confessed to many bank and ATM robberies in Lagos. The Nigeria Police Force says it will intensify efforts at preventing illegal importation of weapons into the country ahead of national elections in 2015. Force Public Relations Officer CSP Frank Uba stated this on Friday while addressing newsmen at the Police College Ikeja. CSP Uba stated that Inspector General of Police MD Abubakar has placed an embargo on issuance of firearm licenses, and the force was determined to mop up illegal weapons and prevent proliferation of arms by raiding black spots. He stated that the police was collaborating with other security agencies to ensure a peaceful general election in 2015. And on the global update, a woman in West Texas, Tiffany Klafike, has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for starving a 22-month-old daughter to death. The incident occurred in 2012. Police say the child was found dead in a crib in their home while her father was on deployment as an Air Force officer. The 23-year-old woman, in her testimony in the court, said her now ex-husband's deployment left her too stressed to care for the couple's 3 girls. The prosecutor noted that the woman, Klafike, turned her back on the child, leaving her in pains and in a dirty environment. She will have to serve at least half of her sentence before she is eligible for parole. And that is all on Crime Fighters Police Brief.
Crime Fighters, the #1 security program on television.
When searching for a good bank, you have to be very discerning, so you don't get one thing and miss out on others. Well, your search is over at First Bank. We offer a variety of products and services made with you in mind. From flexible loans, easy access to cash, bill payments from anywhere in the world, to savings for the little ones. Make that switch today. Contact us to learn more about the many products and services we have designed for your convenience. First Bank, truly the first.